The concepts of affirmative action and what we are going to call workforce utilization are about implementing the law. Many government organizations are required to prepare affirmative action plans. Affirmative action plans specify what you're going to do in the area of diversity. Mostly they focus on employment. They require you to address whether your organization disproportionately hires certain groups of people, and if so, how you will change your policies to make them more proportional to the population. There are many ways you can address this disparity without blatant employment preferences. But first of all, you need to determine whether there is a problem, which is done by undertaking what we're calling a workforce utilization analysis. And this involves looking at your organization's demographics. You identify what percent of your employees belong to the different protected classes, and then you look at the people who are qualified for those positions in the regional workplace to find out the percentage of each protected class in the qualified workforce. Let's say, so if the job is for an accountant, what percent of CPAs are from each protected class? If there's a large discrepancy between the percent of protected groups in the qualified workforce and the percent in your organization, the organization needs to figure out why that's the case and propose a plan to correct the discrepancy. The logic here is if 20% of the qualified workers in some field are members of a protected class and you have few or none in your organization, the question is, why is that true? The issue will be how many of that group apply and how many are hired. If few to any of that group apply for the job, why is that? If there's 20% in the workforce, why do none of them apply for this job? Does the organization have a bad reputation? Or do you not advertise in the areas that group pays attention to? And if a lot of qualified persons apply from that group, but few or none are hired, why is that? This week we don't have a Rice chapter, so it's all online readings. And when you present your diversity management plan at the end of the class, you're going to need to justify it in part based on the law and legal requirements. So you need to know and you need to sort out what laws apply to all employees, what they should be trained about. The MPA program is committed to public service values, and one of those is equality. Public managers need to understand the law and to be proactive on issues of equality and equity. The knowledge you gain in this class is going to be critical to that effort. Now, as I mentioned previously, public managers can be personally liable in court if they violate constitutional protections of employees. You need to understand that.